But I think if we can avoid complexity, we should.
Mr Chairman.
Honourable Peter Dunn.
Mr Chairman, I'm happy to respond to the points that the member has raised. I must say it's very rare in a debate of this type to get a detailed cross-examination on the application of the PI rules, but since the member has bravely walked down that path, I am happy to respond in kind. Now, Mr Chairman, I think I should just go through a few points here and then talk about the state of the bill as it's emerged from the committee. This bill, or the amendments that the member refers to, introduces two new categories within the PI regime: the foreign investment zero rate PI and the foreign investment variable rate PI. And these aim to align the tax treatment of non-resident investors in a PI with the tax treatment of direct investors. Resident investors in a foreign investment PI will continue to be taxed as if they were in an ordinary PI. These new rules will be optional. PIs can continue to apply to existing rules where non-residents are taxed at a flat 28% on their income. Foreign investment zero-rate PIs will generally only be able to invest offshore. De minimis levels of New Zealand-sourced income will be allowed, for example, so such a PI can finance its day-to-day operations with a New Zealand bank account. Non-resident investors in a foreign investment zero-rate PI will be taxed at 0% on all their PI income. Foreign investment variable rate PIs can invest into both New Zealand and offshore assets. Non-resident investors in a foreign investment variable rate PI will face a variety of different tax rates depending on the type and the source of the income. Foreign investment variable rate PIs will have an option to withhold non-resident withholding tax from distributions made to investors out of unimputed dividends. This will be instead of the PI paying PI tax in the normal manner. And by withholding the NRWT, non-resident investors should be able to claim a credit for the tax paid in their jurisdiction. Now, the key changes that the committee's made has been that for foreign investment variable rate PIs, non-resident investors should only be taxed on interest income from financial arrangements, and that matches the treatment of direct investors. Foreign investment zero-rate PIs should be able to purchase New Zealand-sourced derivatives such as foreign exchange hedges. This is justified as these arrangements could be seen as part and parcel of the PI's offshore investments. In addition, a non-resident would normally not be taxed on any income earned under New Zealand-sourced derivatives because derivatives do not pay interest. An investment in land investment companies should be allowed. The modifications to the exemptions in the foreign investment fund rules, which were to apply if a fifth invested in a foreign investment PI, will be removed. A provision has been inserted to allow a retail PI to treat income from a wholesale PI if the retail PI earned the income directly. This would prevent income earned from foreign investments made by wholesale PI in New Zealand being reclassified as New Zealand-sourced income when it was allocated to the retail PI, for example. The modifications to the source rules will be extended so that income from a foreign investment PI would not have a New Zealand source merely because of a contract was made or performed in New Zealand, provided that the contract related to the PI's overseas investments. So, Mr Chairman, I'm very pleased that the member raised those questions, and I hope that the very clear and simple explanation that I've given in response has clarified a number of her concerns.
Ian Lees Galloway.